if I have cameras which are very similar, I will, but with different names, I will do separate videos on them. But today, these cameras are so similar. They obviously are made in the same factory, or come from the same factory. They have different names on, but I'm looking at this Kodak, and it's a Kodak M35. Oh, have I heard that name before? And a Harman. Now, Harman is a company part of, well, they were the Ilford Group, and I think Harman still are the Ilford Group. If I'm incorrect, I know someone will tell me. So, these are two plastic cameras. As you can see, they are remarkably similar. They are the same camera. We've got the button, the LED indicator, the rewind, all in the same place. And you can buy these cameras new. Amazon and the eBay prices are about £35, although you can get them a lot cheaper. And to be completely honest, if you're going to have a go with one, get it as cheap as you can, because I'm going to give a little spoiler now. I've had films in both of these cameras, and the results are a little bit underexposed. I think you basically do need a faster film. I actually used a 100, and I think I should have used a 400, but it was a bright sunny day. But let's just have a look at these cameras. To open them, you've got this catch here. Now, on both of them, I found you had to really press down to open you've got a real plastic film. But you pop the film in here. Now, this camera, the Kodak one, was actually brand new when I bought it. It came in its packaging, obviously hadn't been used, and the viewfinder floats about. So, although there's a piece, you can see there's a piece of plastic in the viewfinder that is loose. So even before it's being used, it's not ideal. The Ilford, although you can see it is exactly the same camera, felt a little bit nicer. And when I was using it, because it didn't have a flopping piece of plastic, I thought it was actually quite nice to use, actually. Fixed focus lens, so you just look through. It is purely a point and shoot. There is a little battery. You can put a treble A battery in there for the flash. So you have got a flash, and you've got a flashing LED indicator there. You've got your indicator of frame here. So you just point. Obviously, there's not of the grind-on works when you've actually got a film in. As I said, loading film was actually, once you had got the camera open, film in here, slightly sticky on here to actually grind on. The grind on sets the shutter. And as I said, I think the Harman one is slightly nicer looking, but as you can tell, they are the same body. Let's see if I actually got any photographs from these two cameras. Apparently the spec for these cameras is the f-stop is, I read somewhere f9, somewhere else f10, so it's around the f10 level. The shutter speed is actually 1/125, so it's a moderately good shutter speed, which avoids you getting camera shake. But the combination of 125 and f10, f11 is a little bit dull for a day like I took this film, and actually I can see why. I think the default film for this is recommended to be a 400 ASA, and I had a 100 ISO film in. So, and I think I slightly underdeveloped it as well, just to make matters worse. But as you can see, the camera is moderately sharp. I did get some images from it. It was quite fun in the sense that it was so easy to use, I must say, on these landscapes, because the lens is, I think it's a 32mm or 30mm lens, so it's a, you know, it's a wide angle lens, which gives you an ideal thing for
landscape. However, the camera is limited. I have seen these for £35 and I wouldn't spend £35. You can get a far more interesting second-hand camera. However, it is nice to use a new camera, and there is some interest. If you like toy and plastic cameras, this could be a camera for you. It's not really a camera I would sort of use daily, but it was interesting to experiment with and see what the fuss was about. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.